enters this radiation belt, all molecules will become excited, all atoms will change, and things will become luminescent. There will be constant light. There can be no darkness, not within the deepest cave, not within the human body. Notice what the Bible says in Mark 13:25. It says, "And the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken." In Isaiah 34:4, it says, "All the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll." So the sky will be no more. Or is that the hologram will be no more? Oh, so exciting. It is expected that the rotation of the Earth may diminish a little because of the reduced solar radiation. The temperature is expected to become cooler, and the ice caps are expected to extend to about latitude 40 in both hemispheres. Random thought. Adding to the part about Truman, the moon was the epicenter of where he was being watched, and mainly decided of how the show would go, where the writers were, and so forth, which is interesting because David Icke's new book, which I've not had a chance to see yet, but heard about, that it talks about the control is coming from the moon, which I have stuff to say on that too, but I will save that for another time because we already got lots to cover here. Your history books will tell you that at least 5 ice ages have been recorded, and they seem at least about 2,000 years. Here's an interesting note. The World's Communication Center fixed satellites, U.S. bases, and experimental sites are within the safe zone. Is this by design or by accident? The photon belt to me feels like God's aura, the great central sun light at the center of all the universes. It is interesting to me that the great central sun, SUN/SON, has 12 lights by it, which could be interpreted as stars or planets, or they can be seen as 12 apostles. In my Project Camel video, I shared about us being lights in dark places, nearing the night sky. As above, so below. When we shine our light as brightly as we can, it emanates off of us like ripples, acupuncturing the earth. With our light, we send a message to our friends in the hollow earth and a message to our heart's core, while we also project our light out into the universe. People start to be drawn to us because of our light. We are soul family, who are also beaming their light, light language code. When all of these lights get together, we will look like one giant light, like a sun, like the return of God's sun, SUN, mirrored right back at us in the night sky. See my poem, Shine Bright, Lights Unite. Could this be the photon belt lights of the great central sun? My, what timing! Another interesting note is that the universe means one song, meaning uni, one, verse, song, and that means that we are all attempting to exist and live in harmony, and our energy, electromagnetic frequency, is also a type of music, a song that we are trying to learn to, it's all music, basically. The foundation of creation is music. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. It is interesting how the Bible states numerous times that the stars are falling from the sky. It is basically referring to the lifting of the veils and seeing beyond the hologram. There are beings who live beyond the between the folds and the cracks of other realms that one might call aliens. This is a rudimentary way for us to explain to ourselves something that is so very vast and deep beyond about ourselves. When my father would speak about the photon belt, and I am not sure if I have this right, but I will take a crack at it, he would say that the sun is not really as hot as we are told. It actually gets cooler when you get closer to it if you are operating beyond the hologram. There are something like cooling pockets on the sun that actually hold the hologram in place and provide the necessary light. When the sun is enveloped in a photon belt, this will shift the hologram and how we view it. Perhaps we will even gain a new perspective on the world and the universe. There are certain people who have incarnated at this time to prepare others and help them understand so that they can ease others through the shock of the world changing into something else. We will find ourselves like Dorothy saying, "There's no place like home," or Alice begging herself to wake up, only to find herself already at home, or her real home, in her bed as a creator, dreaming about separation and duality. Will we say we had the strangest dream, or will we understand this dream and purpose behind it? Chapter 2. If our thoughts create reality, no, we know our thoughts create reality, then why are we still thinking it needs to get bad before it gets worse? So many who are awakened know their thoughts create reality, but still they say, "Oh, it will get worse before it gets better," and they visualize just that. We have said it helps wake people up. Yes, but I think it does not need to be like that anymore. I find a better motivation will be inspirational people who are living in a much better way and in harmony, or perhaps even the new children, as an example. Or the inspiration could come from people just doing good deeds without wanting anything in return. I will give my energy and focus to seeing that the worst is over. There are some who say that about 90% of the people feel that nothing will happen in 2012, and the motivation for most of the people in this world is fear. And whether they are aware of this information or not, they still are aware of the media or are living in very harsh environments. So this is not such a helpful thinking either. But who can blame them? People tend to think that there are not enough awakened people to make a difference. And this is despite the fact that there are more awakening every day all over the world. Heck, I even got someone who wrote me from the Arctic. So despite this, it is not enough for people to believe. Maybe this is because the people around them every day are not so awakened. But I can tell you that we have enough numbers because of our growing effect. If we only look to see what the awakened people are doing, it is mighty inspiring. Sooner or later, every flower bud will bloom. Some just need to have the right environment, and that is where we come in. Chapter 3. 2012, Time or No Time? I have come across many statements regarding the Vatican changing the calendar for different reasons at different times. One reason I came across was that they may have changed it by either 2, 4, or 7 years to throw off Nostradamus' predictions of the fall of the Vatican. Another one was a conversion of the Julian calendar, or Gregorian calendar, where people lost half a month pay, yet had to pay the monthly fees and taxes. If this is true, then I feel that 2012 comes and may pass, and we suffer yet another great disappointment. Our guard will be down for the true cycle beginning. Will the real Y2K please stand up? But with all the various different calendars and ways of measuring time, we may well be thrown off track and be unable to know what the real year is. Many people are feeling like they are running out of time. Oh my God, 2012 is almost here! Even as they struggle to understand what is going on, people are feeling the pressure and motivation to change. But they are still thinking that their lives and other people's lives will soon be over. I do not understand how people can think that about a time, because we already know that the past, present, and future are all existing at the same time simultaneously. So technically, 2012 is happening right now. Our future is determined by what we do now, yes. Also, it's very important that we take into account that we are basing our marker on 2012 from the Gregorian calendar. even though we know that it has been changed and tampered with.